What else was I going to ask? So when we think about industry growth for Capsugel, or I guess on the capsule side of the business, how do you think about it? Because it seems, I've heard on the bull side, just, continued strength in pharmaceutical markets and the potential to convert some tablets into capsules. And then on the bear side, I've heard, actually not that much underlying growth, and there's not really an opportunity to convert tablets into capsules. And plus, longer term, maybe there's risk from, different ways of taking medicine, maybe not orally. So I'd love to know where you come out in that debate and what you think is sort of a fair volume growth rate over the next 5 years for the industry.
I think it's going to be probably trending downward. And if you force me to pick a number, I'll say very, very, very low single digit growth. Okay. For capsules, very low. The large companies like Capsugel, I think, are actually going to be probably trend downwards, just because I think medicine is changing. And again, all this takes time, right? So it's not going to be like next year. But I think within the next 5 to 7 years, I do think that you're going to see a shift as medicine changes and evolves. So will the drugs that come out. And so from a volume perspective, I think the heydays of the Claritins and the Viagra, and those are gone. I don't think we'll ever see those again. So from a pure volume perspective, it's just the industry is going to trend downwards. Now, that doesn't mean the margins will go down. I mean, obviously, for more complicated active ingredients, you can charge more because you have to make up the money somewhere. But I definitely think volume is definitely going to be going down.
Interesting. And is that coming from, oral losing share, or is it coming from just, if I take pills these days, I maybe take 1 a day instead of 3 a day?
It's the latter. I don't think oral. Okay. I think oral will continue to drive the market. Okay. But if you go to any pharmaceutical company or any health and nutrition company, their initial R&D work is always in tablet form. Okay. Always, because it's just so much cheaper. So much cheaper.
Interesting. Okay, and what else did I want to ask about? We talked about pricing. I mean, so moving forward, sounds like you think potentially pricing a bit more tricky to take.
Yeah. I think they probably reached their peak. In my opinion, I think that they're going to either be stagnant. They're not going to grow, or they probably will have to. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to lower prices. Obviously, for certain customers and for certain volumes, you can do that, right? Because again, these aren't kind of. It's very difficult to look at one customer and say, well, look, they're lowering prices across all functions, because it doesn't work that way. So I'll give you an example why it's a bit more complicated. If you have a Pfizer as a customer, which Capsugel does, you can say, Pfizer, look, I'm going to lower your prices on your capsules because you're forcing me to do it, okay? Because we have to. But on the flip side, if I lower my prices, you promise to do more R&D work with me, or you promise to do more fill finish work with me, or collaborate with me. And so that's how they're still going to make up the dollar amount on the top line, but probably lose volume on the capsule side. So it's hard to say, but I do think that overall volumes will go down. Okay.
So I mean, I believe that I can't remember what the exact guidance they gave us. I think it's. Lonza said this, they think, Capsugel can grow at mid-single digit levels revenue overall. It sounds like given less pricing ability and an overall flat to slightly negative volume potential, that might be tricky unless the growth is extremely rapid in the sort of the more cutting edge parts of the business. Is that a fair comment?
100%. I think it's got to be through the innovation and the IP Capsugel brings to the table. They've negotiated, or I've negotiated a lot of really, I think, smart deals like profit share deals, where, Capsugel or now Lonza will get a cut of every sale, or we'll get milestone payments on top of your manufacturing costs, which will help the bottom line a lot. Right. So I'll give you an example, and this is all public, but, the deal with Merck is, you get paid a cost plus model for actually manufacturing the intermediate. And then you get, once they reach 5 million in sales, or 10 million, or 15, or 25, or 100 million, we get a lump sum of like 5 or 10 or 15 million each time a certain milestone is hit.
Okay.
So